Top of the morning, lads. It's Suave Beardson. Coming back to Metal Gear 3, hopefully one last time. Hopefully this will be the end of the casual playthrough, because I got plans for next week. So we'll see how far we get. If I don't beat the boss by about noon, so I got about an hour and a half, because I know the ending cutscene is a little long. So I got to make sure I got time to sit through that plus the credits. But for those of you that may have watched the previous episode, I am playing this on an original fat model PS2 with a PS5 controller. I got a really nice adapter on Amazon for, I think it was like $30 or something like that. And you can use basically just about any wireless Bluetooth controller on a PS2. It's pretty neat. And I have played the majority of this game without issue. But after the torture scene and getting locked up in the prison cell, we have no weapons. I had the single action army and all that. But I'm like, okay, I don't have really any way to sneak. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just, hold up some guards, put them in chokeholds, and take them out that way. But Snake would only punch, no matter what I did. No matter what weapon configuration, whether I had a weapon or didn't have a weapon or anything, Snake would not punch. Or Snake would only punch. And it was at that point I discovered that, or remembered and also subsequently discovered that this game and some of the more advanced things in it relied heavily on the pressure-sensitive face buttons of the PS2 controller and or the PS3 controller, depending on if you're playing it on a PS2 or the PS3 HD version. The DualShock 4 and DualSense, the PS5 controller, do not have pressure-sensitive face buttons. So what happens is basically like the circle button, which is used for the CQC stuff, is pressure-sensitive. And so depending on how hard you press the button determines what Snake does. And my controller is basically just like 100% mashed down by default, because it's not a pressure-sensitive button, so it's just 0%, 100%, and that's it. There's no in-between. So CQC just simply isn't an option with this configuration, which is unfortunate. So I do have PS3 controllers on order, but they're not going to be here until some point tomorrow. So I'm just going to continue on. I've made it all the way up to Volgin and the Shagohod, so no point in waiting for those. However, they will come in handy in Metal Gear 2. And then, because there's also the shooting. With an automatic weapon, you can lightly press the square button down, and Snake will just aim it. And then you press down firmly to fire it. And then, while you're aiming, you can lightly let off the square button, he'll just put the gun down. I don't have that option either, because that's another pressure-sensitive button thing. So, in Metal Gear 2, I think that's the only pressure-sensitive stuff that's going on, and I don't think there was any pressure-sensitive stuff in Metal Gear 3, or Metal Gear 4, but I could be wrong on that. But we're going to continue on with the configuration that we've got, and because of the pressure-sensitive button features and all that, I'm kind of starting to think that this is why we've never seen a proper, re-release or port of Metal Gear 2 and 3 on anything past the PS3. And honestly, at this point, I was kind of in the camp of, nah, these games don't need to be remade. But they're getting less and less accessible, so either, a proper re-release for modern systems, like in, maybe an HD collection, like a 4K update or something like that, and actually changing the controller mapping to allow non-pressure sensitive buttons, because the HD collection was ported to Xbox. And the Xbox controllers didn't have pressure sensitive buttons, so they worked around that issue and took it over to Xbox. So it would be nice to see a proper re-release on modern systems, or just simply a remake so these games get more and more accessible, because as time goes on, it's going to be harder and harder to get a hold of PS3 controllers and PS2 controllers to play these games properly. With that said, we're going to load up, and we saved as soon as Volgin emerged from the rail bridge with the Shago. Can't call it the Shagohod because the Hod is in the river. But it's where the Shagohod breaks in half and he, flies up on just the front bit of it. So that's where we are. We're going to start from there and just jump right into it hot and heavy with a boss fight. I don't remember how to do this at all. Alright, looks like the RPG for the win. Got that unequipping and re-equipping reloads guns, so that helps a lot with the RPG.
What have you done?
Took out your treads, Volgin.
Didn't feel a thing.
Yeah, right where the Shagohod broke apart in the rear is where the weak spot is. So take out the treads, wait for Eva to circle around, and then whoops. Hopefully we don't miss the shot. Take out the tread. Wait for Eva to circle around and hit this weak spot. Just like that. So this fight should be pretty easy. This ain't gonna be too bad. Should be one more shot, maybe two. And we'll be done with this phase at least. Last shot. Yeah! Shagohod is down.
Did we beat him?
No.
Now this is the part I don't remember at all. I don't remember if, like, taking out the treads is still a thing, if that's part of the...
Get off!
What?
I'm gonna lure it back here.
You know, if that's part of the strategy or what.
You're gonna use yourself as bait? Are you insane?
I'm used to this guy. I know how to handle him. Come on, you blockhead.
Blockhead. What an insult. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna change my camouflage though. Because I don't like the way this sneaking suit looks, because it just looks like a giant puffer coat with legs and everything. Let's go with just straight up black, I guess. We don't really need camo right now. Alright, that works. I'd rather not, guy. Eva, I thought you were supposed to be distracting this blockhead, as you called him.
What have you done?
Took out the treads, Volgin. That's what I did. Rocket right to the face.
Open fire!
Will you distract this guy, Eva? For fuck's sake. Yeah, that's what those are, Volgin. Should be one more shot, though. Alright, cool. Volgin's down, Shagohod's down. We can continue on. The only thing that really concerns me going forward is the fight with the boss, since I can't do CQC with this controller.
Who's afraid of a little thunder?
You should be. What's funny about the way that he dies here is the fact that he gets struck by lightning, right? Now let's research this real quick. Let's go to the Google machine. How many volts is lightning? Okay. Lightning, a typical lightning flash is about 300 million volts, and Volgin claims that his body has a load of 10 million. So that would still probably be enough to fry him. But just the fact that he can handle 10 million.
By a bolt of lightning. A fitting end. It's finally over.
There's your, like, James Bond one-liner. And the fireworks while they make out. That's such a Bond moment. Like, that's just straight up a scene from a Bond film. I don't give a shit.
No time for this now. The escape craft is just up ahead.
Snake, it's not over yet. Because it never
Let's
is.
keep going.
It's an awfully long wait. There we go. Got a little worried for a second. Snake's not yelling, though. That's kind of disappointing. At some point in the near future... There he goes. At some point in the near future, I do want to go back and play the HD release. Because it is so hard to see anything right now. Oh, the flying craft thingies. You know what? This guy won't go down, so Now he's down. Oh, I see the log. It is so hard to see during this section. Ah! Don't mess with Snake when he's got a gun so powerful he's got to yell.
Here comes the jump. What do you think of that?
I don't remember how long it takes to get from this scene to the boss. But right now we're doing pretty good on time. I should be able to finish this game up today.
Looks like they finally gave up.
Don't start celebrating yet. We're leaking fuel.
We're leaking gas? What, did you think you needed another challenge or something?
Tank shot up.
Duh!
Crap.
Well, so much for our ride.
Eva!
I'm over here.
Aw, shit.
Snake. How's it look?
Oh, you've got a tree branch through your abdomen, bro. I don't think it looks very good.
Not a sensitive bone in your body.
Eva,
What about you, Snake?
I'm fine.
That's good to hear.
We have to get away from here, Eva. Let's go.
Leave me.
Eva!
The boss is waiting for you. You have to go. Give me a gun.
No, we're getting out of here.
We're still far away from the lake. I'll never make it.
I can't believe this.
Uh-huh.
I never thought I'd see you act this weak.
What do you mean?
Damn!
Listen to me, Eva. We're doing this together.
No, you...
Eva, I need you.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, like you got time for this
I
bullshit.
Need you. I can't fly the wig by myself.
And here she's thinking, oh man, he's falling in love with me. And he's just like, no, I'm not a fucking pilot, bro. You got it.
All right, then.
Get the fuck up, bro. I need a
guess
pilot.
I better help you out. Oh. You're lucky to have me. No.
I think I have to, like, constantly give her food and shit, too. Like, I remember this part was kind of a pain in the ass.
Snake, can you hear me?
Paramedic, thank God. Eva's been seriously hurt.
So have you.
Luckily, I think her organs are all intact, but...
Calm down, Snake.
Calm down.
You'll both be fine as long as you get the proper emergency treatment. But you're the only one who can do this. Understand? So you've got to calm down.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Now let's open up the survival viewer and treat the injury. Do you have supplies with you?
I'm running kind of short.
Then by switching the survival viewer over to Eva, you can treat her wounds too. Now get to work. Oh, and Snake, I'm pretty sure you know this already. But if you don't have enough supplies for the both of you, your wounds come first.
Huh?
Do you get my meaning, Snake? You've still got a mission to complete.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that short,
what I have to do.
Snake?
Like this.
Okay, she's got a cut, and obviously that one. So, stitches, bandage, styptic, and disinfectant. And disinfectant, styptic, bandage, stitches. So she's good now.
Can you walk?
Yeah.
She ain't
think so.
crippled.
Here. It's different from the Mauser. When you're using a two-hand grip, you have to be careful where you put your hands or your fingers will get burned by the exhaust gas from the cylinder gap.
Now there's a bunch of guards I gotta watch out for. I'm pretty sure I have to, like, use the triangle button and, like, hold her hand through everything.
Snake, are you alright?
I've been better.
What about Eva?
I healed her up. She can manage.
Good.
Snake, you'll take the lead and break through the enemy's line of defense. Eva will ordinarily be following behind you. If you lie on your belly, she'll lie down as well. If you slip and fall off a cliff, she'll follow right behind. You can call out to Eva by pressing the action button. Head to the lake along with Eva.
Alright. So, which way do we gotta go to get there? So we gotta go this way. Oops, I didn't need the knife. And a broken bone. Okay. Well, there's that. Food. I got a handful of Russian rations. About it. Oh, what's all this over here, though? Oh, a bunch of ammo that I don't need. Cool. Oh yeah, camouflage. Let's see what we can do here. Desert camo. Oh, probably because all the leaves. Raindrop is our best bet right now. All right, we're going with raindrop camo, I guess. I really don't feel like crawling through this whole section, but that seems to be my best bet to not get spotted, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I'm going to have to give her a lot of food through this, I think.
Can I have seconds?
No, because I ain't got... Well, I do have seconds, but you don't need that much.
I'm gonna puke.
This tastes like crap.
I mean, it's a Russian ration, bro. Probably made out of, like, sawdust and communism. There's the guards. Okay. Don't make me break out the yelling gun. I'll break out the yelling gun. It sounded like Sega Genesis music.
I see him.
Alright, time for the yelling gun. Well, that didn't take long to get an alert. Look how many dead bodies we can pile up here. Oh, they're gonna disappear after a while. That's unfortunate. They're probably just gonna keep coming. Alright. Is that all of them? Okay, well, now we're down to a caution at least. Okay, we gotta go left. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is fairly linear anyways, but it always helps to know where I'm going. Is she not following me? She is not following me.
Where'd you go?
I was saving your damn life. Let's go. I should have time to finish this game today, because I know there's not too much of this. Oh, I gotta go down more? Oh, this is where I started. Whoops. Well, let's get moving. We ain't got time for this. I went the wrong way. Yeah. And I gotta wait for her to get here so I can give her food. Will you shut up?
Where are you?
Keep up, bro. You got a plane to fly.
Snake.
I know you're hungry. Here, eat this sawdust and communism.
Yuck. What did you give me? I'm gonna puke.
Good, I don't want to eat that junk. You can have it. Let's go. We ain't got time for this bullshit. Still not seeing any guards. Maybe I took them all out. But well, if that's the case, there wouldn't be a caution. Still no guards, huh? Continuing on. Alright, which direction do I gotta go now? Alright, we're basically there. Good deal. Good deal.
Snake, the lake is just over that cliff. Eva should be able to climb it if you help her.
Alright, we should be seeing the finale, as long as I can beat the boss. I'm still not 100% sure how much of a benefit CQC has for this fight. So, we'll see. I mean, I can still punch and kick, so there is that, but I can't grab, I can't choke hold, I can't do nothing but punch. Dude, the Shagohod was actually pretty easy to take care of. Kind of surprised how easy that was. Oh, I got more of this? I thought I was done with this. I thought it was just over this cliff.
Well, not bad at all.
Man, I'm 250 pounds and I don't even eat as much as you.
Who's that? I see him.
Well, time to break out the yelling gun. Y'all really want to play? Might as well take him out for good measure. I ain't got time to mess around. Nice job, Eva. You're not totally useless. We don't use stealth in this game, we yell. Yeah, pretty much. Meryl just shoots fire extinguishers and gets in the way.
We've lost sight of the enemy. He's here somewhere. Find him. Where's he hiding? What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong?
Taking a nap, bro.
What's wrong?
Where'd he go?
He'll be sleeping soon.
Where's he at?
I'm so hungry.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Aiming precisely is not something that I can do very well in this game for some reason.
Huh?
Need to rest.
Where's he at? Huh?
Instant noodles.
Where'd he go?
You ain't got instant noodles. You got Snake. And drywall.
Oh.
And some mushrooms.
Yeah, I've lost my appetite.
I wish you would.
Can I have seconds?
Nope, ain't got any more.
What's wrong?
Finally. I don't see any more. But yeah, with the Shagohod, you pretty much just like shoot a rocket at the grenades, shoot an RPG at the grenades, shoot an RPG at the treads in the first phase, and then just shoot the back of it, because the back is the weak point, because that's where the whole ass end of it fell off. And then when Volgin stands on top of it, shoot the treads, and then just shoot him with the RPG. But it's pretty simple and straightforward. It's kind of lackluster for, like the Shagohod being this big, giant, intimidating thing, and you only fight like a third of it, and it's super easy. But so is Rex in Twin Snakes. I mean, you don't even got to move for that one. Oh, now all of a sudden you can run. After all that, all of a sudden you can just run.
We made it.
We made it.
Over there. It's the boss, isn't it? I'll go get the wig ready to take off.
Right.
I'll
I mean,
leave you two
technically that is
alone,
part of his mission.
But come back in one piece, okay? Promise me.
Snake ain't promising shit. I don't remember that at all.
Life's end. Isn't it beautiful? It's almost tragic. When life ends, it gives off a final lingering aroma. Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness to those on their way to die.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Boss. Why are you doing this?
Why? To make the world one again. The world used to be whole. But with the end of the Second World War, the philosophers began to fight amongst themselves, and the world was torn apart. The Cobras, my comrades who trained and fought alongside me, were torn apart as well. The foibles of politics and the march of time can turn friends into enemies just as easily as the wind changes. Ridiculous, isn't it? Yesterday's ally becomes today's opposition. And this Cold War? Think back. When I was leading the Cobras, America and Russia were fighting together. Now, consider whether America and Russia will still be enemies in the 21st century.
Yep.
Somehow I doubt it. Enemies change along with the times, the flow of the ages, and we soldiers are forced to play along. I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills aren't meant to be used to hurt friends. So then what is an enemy? Is there such a thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There is no such thing, and never has been. And the reason is that our enemies are human beings like us. They can only be our enemies in relative terms. The world must be made whole again. The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose. And with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the Cobras. They are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family.
Cobras are dead, just so you know. I killed them.
It was November 1st, 1951. I was in the Nevada desert participating in atomic testing. The name Nevada is derived from Spanish, covered in snow, white as snow. And snow is exactly what I saw in that Nevada desert. It froze my blood white. Snake, you were an atomic test subject, weren't you? On Bikini Atoll.
I think this is the historical footage that
That's
they
part
can
of
no
the
longer
reason
use.
I was drawn to you. You and I are alike. We're both slowly being eaten away by the karma of others. We'll never have the chance to die peacefully of old age. We have no tomorrow. But we can still have hope for the future. In 1960, I saw a vision of the ideal future from space. 3 years earlier, the Soviet Union had succeeded in launching Sputnik, the first man-made satellite in history, into orbit. This came as a huge shock to the United States. In response, America threw everything it had into its own manned spaceflight project, the Mercury program. Even as the Soviets seemed poised to send their first man into space, America was still experimenting with chimpanzees and rockets. The government wanted human data. So they secretly decided to send a human being into space. I was the one they chose. At the time, they didn't have the technology to block out cosmic rays, and whoever they sent up would inevitably be exposed to heavy radiation. That's why they chose me. After all, I'd already been irradiated once. Of course, you won't find any of this in the history books. I could see the planet as it appeared from space. That's when it finally hit me. Space exploration is nothing but another game in the power struggle between the US and the USSR. Politics, economics, the arms race, they're all just arenas for meaningless competition.
So in terms of world history,
I'm
according
sure
to this
you can
game,
see
the boss was the first
But
person
the Earth
ever in
itself
space.
has no boundaries. No East, no West, no Cold War. And the irony of it is, the United States and the Soviet Union are spending billions on their space programs and the missile race, only to arrive at the same conclusion. In the 21st century, everyone will be able to see that we are all just inhabitants of a little celestial body called Earth.
If only it was actually like that.
A world without communism or capitalism, that is the world I wanted to see. But reality continued to betray me. In 1961, I was sent to Cuba, to Bahia de Cochinos. It was part of a CIA-sponsored invasion
I think that was
under
the Bay
the
of
guise
Pigs
of taking
invasion.
Cuban exiles back to their country. But the US government betrayed them. Our weak-kneed president held back their air support. Defenseless, the exiles were annihilated by the Cuban army. All I could do was watch in silence. I was set up by the very country I'd sacrificed so much for, by the very government I dedicated my life to defending. I was driven from the surface world, and I went underground.
There's definitely
Then,
enough meat on the
2
bone
years
here for
ago, I faced the Sorrow, my old
the boss
comrade in battle.
in like a prequel type game.
He was my friend. But one of us had to die. I was left with no choice.
I wonder if you can find his body.
The Sorrow gave his life for me. There is no enmity between us. One must live, and one must die.
Because they said in a codec call that they
That
fought at
was the
Seleno
mission.
Yarsk, which is the cliffs where you first
The
start the
ones
game.
who gave me that mission were the philosophers. Early in the 20th century, the true holders of power in the United States, the Republic of China, and the newly formed Soviet Union gathered together in a secret meeting that would later be known as the Wise Men's Committee. The secret pact they formed there marked the beginning of the philosophers. But the last of the original members died in the 1930s. After that, the organization began to run out of control, and the Wise Men's Committee degenerated into a mere shell of its former self. The philosophers of today have no sense of good or evil. Their influence extends to countries and organizations involved in every aspect of every war. They have become war itself. That's how they operate. The sacrifices of war cause a shift in the times. This shift leads to renewed conflict, and in turn triggers the next war.
Forgot how long-winded this was before the fight starts.
Each conflict sparks countless others, forming an endless spiral that will continue on for eternity. Do you understand what I'm saying, Snake? By consuming me and you, the philosophers intend to keep that cycle going forever.
Well, yeah, because they can make money.
It was my father who explained all of this to me. He was one of them. You see, I am the last remaining child of the philosophers. But after he revealed the truth, my father was killed by that same shapeless, formless organization. And my father isn't the only thing the philosophers have taken from me. In June of 1944, the Cobras and I took part in the landing at Normandy. We'd been given a top-secret mission to locate and destroy enemy V-2 rocket installations. I was pregnant at the time. The Sorrow was the father. I gave birth on the field of battle. A beautiful
So that would make
baby boy.
Ocelot about 20 years old at the
But my
during the events
child
of
was
this game.
snatched away from me by the philosophers. Look at this scar. This is proof that I was once a mother. I gave up my body and my child for my country. There is nothing left inside me now. Nothing at all. No hatred, not even regret. And yet sometimes at night, I can still feel the pain creeping up inside me, slithering through my body like a snake. I've never talked this much about myself before. Thanks. Thanks for listening to me. I feel content. Snake, commence the operation. I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live. No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle. I'll give you 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, MiGs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to escape in time. Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives, Jack.
Boss.
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty. Face me.
All right, here we go.
Let's see what you're made of.
Where the hell did she go?
Get ready. Heads up, Snake. You're wasting time.
Where did she go? There she is. Alright, sniper rifle works. Looks like we're going to be going with that. Try to keep our distance and get her with a sniper rifle. Dude, is that right in his thing? Is that a bullet, like, right in his package? No, it looks like it's in his inner thigh. I don't know, man. That would suck. That's all I know. Imagine having to dig a bullet out of your wiener. No, thank you. Really, because it just worked.
There he is. I found you.
Well, it did work. For a minute.
Found you.
Get up. There's got to be an easier way to do this.
He's gone. I found you. You're wasting time. Dodge this! run quick.
Okay. Over there.
Where are you hiding? There he is. Brace yourself. Move or you're dead.
Oh, I guess I'm dead. Alright, this is gonna be fun. I was able to get her with a sniper rifle a couple times, and I thought that's how I'd done it before.
Let's see what you're made of. Move or you're dead.
I think there's actually like 2 snakes that you can get in this area. One's called like liquid and one's called solid or something like that.
I found you. Time to play rough. You're not the man I thought. Pathetic. Move or you're dead. Brace yourself.
Okay, I think I see the pattern here. I have to, like, dodge her attacks or whatever the fuck.
I found you. Move or you're dead.
Yeah, I feel like CQC would be very beneficial for this. And I feel like I've beaten her with the sniper rifle before.
Let's see what you're made of. Heads up, Snake.
wonder if I got a better camo suit, if that would help. I'm not wearing a fucking scientist uniform. That just ain't gonna happen. Sneaking suit gives me plus 25? Alright. Where'd you go? There she is.
There you are. It's no use.
What is the trick to shooting her?
Dodge this!
Alright, CQC time, I guess.
There he is.
Let's see what you're made of.
This is probably not the way it's supposed to be done, but it's the way it's working, so we're gonna roll with it. Gotta kick her ass before she can kick my ass, apparently. This is going to take a while. And I don't have any more life medicine or anything, so we're just going to have to... Alright. We're getting somewhere. We got her halfway down. Alright, I just gotta be quicker than her. That's all.
You've gotten stronger.
This is basically like Sniper Wolf 2 in Metal Gear 1.
Let's see what you're made of. Let's see what you're made of.
And I'm probably gonna be dead now. Did you go hide somewhere? Oh, that's a broken bone. Okay. Broken bone. And a gunshot wound. This is great. Yep, and there I go. Okay, so the sniper rifle works if I'm fast enough with it. Need to try to avoid her gunshots as much as possible. So right off the bat...
Let's see what you're made of. You're not the man I thought. Pathetic.
Okay, we get behind this log. That seems to be working. Gives us a good vantage point. Sniper rifle. Now, where is she? There she is. Alright, we've got a strategy that seems to be working, so...
There you are.
We're gonna keep doing what we're doing here.
Here I come.
I need to figure out how to reverse that shit.
Heads up, Snake. You can't hit me. Here I come.
Wait, I wonder if I use... Well, it started off decent. Gunshot wound to the face. Gunshot wound. And broken bone.
Get ready. Found you. Get ready. Move or you're dead. There he is.
I feel like this fight would be so much easier if I could throw her.
Brace yourself. 5 more now. You've got.
And I'm on a sniper. Oh, damn.
PG? I found you. Get ready! Run quick. Brace yourself.
Yeah, this fight's done. Damn. Man, if I don't end up beating her by like noon, I might have to call it for the day.
Let's see what you're made of. Time to play rough. Pathetic. Heads up, Snake. Let's see what you're made of.
Oh, there she is. Way the fuck over there.
Where did you go? Found you.
Okay, that doesn't do as much damage. What if I went non-lethal? I wonder if that would be any better.
You're wasting time. Nice try.
Okay, so I can only get in 2 shots.
There he is.
Now, I wonder if I use... Well, I don't think I have any stun grenades left after Volgin.
Heads up, Snake. You're not the man I thought. Pathetic. Move or you're dead. Time to play rough. All these years and still nothing.
that was a waste. I don't think I'm gonna have enough ammo to do this non-lethal either, so...
There he is. Brace yourself.
Killed me by shooting me in the back. Oh, fuck. Okay, I think our best bet's gonna be to go sniper rifle and lethal.
Let's see what you're made of. You're not the man I thought. Pathetic.
We use the sniper rifle, and then once we run out of ammo, if we run out of ammo, then I'll have to go with the close quarters CQC shit and try to beat her that way.
I told you that didn't work. You can't hurt me. There he is. I found you.
Should pop out here, I think. Yep. I think she went behind one of these trees. No?
Brace yourself.
Alright.
You'd better run. You've got to
There she is.
Let's see what you're made of. Is that all? All these years and still nothing to show. Run quick. Let's see what you're made of. Here I come. Nice try. Heads up, Snake.
Hey, it looks like at this point, I'm guessing we can't put any distance between me and her. Or she'll come. Nope. Okay.
Get ready. You'd better run. You can't hit me. Brace yourself. 5 more minutes. Heads up, Snake. Get ready. You better run.
Gotta get her one more time. Gotta get her one more time before she can get me.
Get ready. Move or you're
And that's the boss. Woo! Alright, that should give us plenty of time to finish out this game before my time is up. So, whew, that was... I feel like that would have been so much easier had I actually been able to properly use CQC. I think that was the biggest problem with that. Like, I wasn't able... Because, like, I couldn't grab her or throw her or nothing.
Take this. Keep it safe. It's our only hope.
A patriot? Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it.
I think if you wait long enough, eventually the game will just shoot for you.
There's only room for one boss and one Snake.
But we're going to put her out of her misery because that's what we're supposed to do. 3, 2, 1. Bye, boss. I'm going to take a quick step away during this cutscene. I'll be right back. Yep, I took out the boss. That fight was a little hard to figure out. Honestly, I feel like not being able to properly CQC in this game because of my controller configuration was made this fight way harder than it normally is.
Ready to go, Snake?
Actually, it's not over quite yet. There's one more thing we gotta do. And I don't know if you remember this or not.
Are you okay?
But it's gold.
Snake?
Yeah.
Do you remember what's next?
I told you you could trust me.
It's the guy.
We're not done yet.
You killed mommy. Oh, I forgot they beat the shit out of each other for a minute.
Too heavy!
Like, I understand the complaint that, you know, some of the cutscenes in these games are a little long-winded, but then you get epic shit like this. I'm fine with putting the controller down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna set it down right here and just enjoy the show.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of C.
There it is. That's the stance. No more judo. Yes! I can't do it like he does. It's just, it's so perfect.
Not good!
Yeah, that's a mountain range. I forgot he pokes him in the eye patch.
I picked up a few new moves.
Did you learn some judo, Ocelot?
Huh. It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it. Eva! What do you say to one last showdown?
You know what? I actually think the reason that
Yeah,
bullet fits in the
right.
revolver cylinder with like the tape or whatever on it is because that was the gun in his or the bullet from his semi-automatic weapon that jammed. So maybe he's got to have the tape for it to fit in the cylinder right. Although I kind of doubt that would actually work, but I don't know. Oh shit, I forgot to look at which one he put the bullet in. Because depending on which gun you grab depends on what happens. My gut tells me to go with the one on the right. So we'll see.
What's your name?
Snake.
No. Not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
John.
Very well, John. Plain name. But I won't forget it. Come on!
Alright, we'll see what happens if I grab the right one or not. I don't remember if I have to actually shoot the gun. I think I do. Yep. I don't think I got the right one. I couldn't tell if it was me or him that shot. I think it was him that shot. Yep, it was him that shot. He might always shoot, but I'm pretty sure if you pay attention during the one cutscene and pick up the right
It's a
gun, then Snake will
blank.
shoot. Same
Oh,
thing
that
will
was
still
fun.
play out, but I just like to try to get the one with a bullet in it.
Till we meet again, John.
That guy, man. He kills me. Now, I think this ending cutscene from here to the credits is like 25 minutes or something. So, sit back and enjoy it.
We made it.
Yeah, we sure did.
no way out. What are we gonna do?
We've come too far to let them stop us now. Those things have got to be armed.
It's no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them. They're gonna shoot us down. We were so close.
Weapon systems on.
Locked on target. I got towed.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
Volk 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Volk 19, return to base immediately. Do you read me? This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Volk 19, do you copy? Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Look! The MiGs are turning back! Woo!
Talk about getting lucky. Snake will
Well
be getting
done,
lucky in a
Snake.
little bit.
The MiG's disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us, I don't think they'll be coming after you.
I think
Should
at this
be
point
smooth
y'all would be
sailing all the
even
way to
because you took
Alaska.
out.
I'm sending someone out
Volgin.
to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep them
DCI is
waiting.
Director of Central Intelligence, which then becomes the CIA. For anybody that's not aware of that. Because I think back in that time period, the CIA wasn't. Well, maybe the CIA was an organization by that point, but yeah, the DCI is the head of the CIA, Director of Central Intelligence. Let's see, so this game, how long has it been? $10 51 minutes, not counting this ending cutscene here. About 11 and a half hours to get through this game. That's not horrible. Look at Snake still wearing his combat uniform.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation?
Now they're gonna get
Or a
busy.
proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
It's definitely a scene out of a James Bond movie. you can tell that like the character of Bond and like the early Bond films and stuff like that were a big influence on this game.
Smile for me. You're not the only one afraid to fall in love. Dance with me again and watch
Bye, radio. Snake and Eva got celebrating to do. Got that soul music playing in the background and everything. Yeah.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge.
The philosopher's legacy. She stole that shit. Good old reel-to-reel tapes.
Good morning, Snake. I hope you slept well. First of all,
I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
Good old Triumph. I think Big Boss has a Triumph at the end of Metal Gear 5. Well.
The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place.
Except he did.
Saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him.
It was Ocelot. Spoiler alert.
I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy, too. I got the film containing the legacy. And also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I, too, am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgin couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live.
I don't think it would be that sunshiny and green in Alaska, because that's where they're supposed to be.
Snake.
There he is, the man.
She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
He's pissed. I think it's during this scene right here where you can spot Ocelot in the window.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
Yep, there he is. Ha ha! I think in the HD collection there's actually a trophy for that. Because there's not an R1 prompt right there, so it's like one of the... I think there's a handful of secret, like, first-person view cutscenes in this game. You can tell he is not happy at all. I think that's the director of the CIA. And he's just like, nope.
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the U.S. government.
I think that led to the birth of Foxhound.
It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the U.S. government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss, and that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive, and she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth.
The story of this game
She
is just a
wanted to live
masterpiece.
on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman.
Everybody points to Metal Gear 2 as one of the better stories. Nah.
But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
The Les Enfants Terribles project. Setting the stage for the next game, Metal Gear Solid 1. We'll learn all about the Les Enfants Terribles project. Now, that's like the only French words I know. It's the only thing I know how to say in French other than oui oui. Now, I don't know if this game has the same issues as Twin Snakes, where you get like a copyright thing because of the credits. So I'm going to mute the game audio here and just use this time to talk about a couple things. First of all, if you've been watching this throughout the entirety of it, much appreciated. Thank you very much. The Metal Gear series has been one of my favorite games of all time. Colonel Campbell. What the hell was Colonel Campbell in this game? Did y'all see that shit? Colonel Campbell was in the credits. I can't think of when Colonel Campbell would be in this. That's something I'm gonna have to look up. When I start the next game, I'll see, because I feel like if any, you know what, no, because Big Boss and Campbell's meeting is, like, I think the first time they meet was in like Portable Ops or Peace Walker, something like that. So I'm gonna have to look and see why Colonel Campbell is in the credits of this game. But anyway, the Metal Gear series as a whole is one of my favorite series of all time. Probably my favorite series of all time. I played the very first. Well, I can't say the very first. I've never played the 2D Metal Gear games. But I played the first Metal Gear came out, I believe, in 1998, somewhere in there. And I don't remember exactly when the first time I played it was. But I remember my dad, he had this demo disc from the PlayStation Underground Jam Packs. And there was the Metal Gear demo on it. And I was probably, I feel like, somewhere around 8 years old, 7 years old maybe. I can't remember if I played it before the year 2000 or not, but it was somewhere between, like, somewhere around 7 and 8 years old. I played that demo, and I'm just like, oh, dude, I gotta have this game. And I ended up convincing my mom and dad to buy it for me. It was an M-rated game, and I was like 7 or 8. My dad played the demo, and he was like, yeah, there's nothing that bad in there. At least that's how I remember it anyways. But I talked him into buying me the game, and I was hooked on Metal Gear ever since then. And it became my mission to, like, get every Metal Gear game as soon as possible when they came out. So what I'm doing with these streams is I haven't played these games casually in a good number of years. I've played Metal Gear 1 and 3 within the last 5 years, I think. It's been probably close to 10 years, if not probably about 10 years since I played the second one and the fourth one. So it's been a long time since I've had a chance to actually sit and play through these games, and because they are kind of long-winded, and right now I have the opportunity to do so. I wanted to actually play through every mainline title, so I wanted to start with 3. I actually just beat 5 recently, so I wasn't gonna play that one, and that one doesn't really have a huge story in it. So I was gonna skip 5, but my goal was to go from 3 to Peace Walker to Metal Gear, the original Metal Gear, and then Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, the 2D titles, and then move on to Metal Gear 1, 2, and then 4, and do them in chronological order. But I don't think I'm going to have time to fit all of those in, so I'm going to skip Peace Walker, I'm going to skip the 2D titles for now, and I'm going to move straight on to Metal Gear 1. And I've been Twin Snakes. I've been speedrunning Twin Snakes for a few months now. And I thought about, like, maybe playing through that one casually, because it's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. The cutscenes are a little It would have been nice to not have to deal with that. You know, and the cutscenes not be as ridiculous. But I'm going to go back and play the original, because I haven't played the original in a good number of years. But at the same time, I try to do these Metal Gear streams twice a week. But my brother, at CD's Games, you can see him there in the chat, look him up, give him a follow. He has seen me play these games for years. And he's never played one himself. So I've talked him into playing the first one, and it just so happens that next week, he is going to be playing the original Metal Gear as well. So I'm going to be starting Metal Gear 1 next Tuesday morning, and then next Tuesday night, my brother will be playing the same game. So we're going to try to, like, get to the same spots and like play each section together in a way. Okay, hold on.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived.
Oops.
The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam. Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
And there we have it. That has been Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Setting the stage to now go into Metal Gear 1. So here's my total playtime, 11 hours, 18 minutes, and 6 seconds. I've saved 13 times. I had 52 alerts. I killed 133 people. Was seriously injured 109 times. Total damage of 25 life bars. Used life medicine 4 times. 14 kinds of plants and animals, and 31 meals eaten. And I got the code title of Crocodile. So there's the ending little bit, and officially closing the lid and closing the book on the chapter that is Metal Gear Solid 3. But continuing with what I was saying in the credits, next Tuesday morning, I'm going to be starting Metal Gear Solid 1. That's the plan. Anyways, it's always kind of hard to like put a definitive like day on certain streams because it's hard to plan things. But I'm going to start Metal Gear 1, the original, for the PS1. I haven't determined whether I'm going to play it on an emulator or the actual disc through the PS2 system. I feel like playing it on an emulator will be my best bet, simply because I'm not a huge fan of this AV to HDMI converter that I have, and it forces the screen into widescreen. So like this game should be just a 4:3 ratio, but it's a 16:9 ratio, and it just stretches it to fit. So I'm not a huge fan of that. And I feel like it's made this game a little bit like blurry for like because it's trying to upscale it, and it shouldn't be. I should be playing this on an older TV. I do have a digital copy of Metal Gear 1 on my PS3 that I could potentially do, but considering I've got to have my computer on and everything for the stream, I might just run it through an emulator because I have an actual copy of the game. So I'm not 100% sure yet, but I am going to be playing Metal Gear Solid 1 next Tuesday. I try to start my streams, especially the Metal Gear ones, around 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And then roughly 11:30 p.m. that same day, my brother is going to be playing Metal Gear Solid 1 for the very first time. So instead of doing 2 Metal Gear streams per week, I'm only going to be streaming Metal Gear 1 one day per week. So I can, because what we're going to try to do is, what my brother and I have talked about, is I've like challenged him to play this game. Because he's never played a Metal Gear game. He's seen me play, I think, just about every single one of them. Because he always enjoyed the story, but he never cared enough about the gameplay to get into them. So I finally have talked him into playing a Metal Gear game for the first time in over 20 years. But what we're going to try to do is I'm going to start the stream Tuesday morning and just play the game and see how far I get. And then what my brother wants to do is then that night try to get to that same spot and get through the same amount of the game as me, except it's going to be his first time playing it. Now, he will have a little bit of help going into his stream because I'm going to be playing it the morning of. So he'll be able to watch my stream and see where certain things are and all that, but he still has to execute it. So he's not going to be going into the game 100% blind, necessarily. He's already familiar with the game because of how many times I've played it, and he will probably be jumping in the chat in my stream on Tuesday mornings. But following that, the conclusion of that, I'm going to start playing Metal Gear 2. I'm going to play the HD collection for that one on my PS3. Because I do have a copy of Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance that I could play through my PS2, but my PS2 is kind of old. It doesn't read discs. It takes a long time to read discs, and in this game specifically, I had an issue after the nightmare where it just didn't want to load the next area, and I had to restart it. And my Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance disc isn't in the best of shape. So I'm going to play the HD collection version on the PS3 so it looks a little prettier. It's actually widescreen, so it's not going to stretch it. It'll just look nicer for the stream. The only reason I played the PS2 version of Snake Eater was because I wanted to go through the Guy Savage nightmare that Snake has when he's in prison. But then following Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm going to play Metal Gear Solid 4. And hopefully, if you jump on and check out that stream, you've got some popcorn ready, because there's like 9 hours of cutscenes in that game. So it's very, very well possible that I could have an entire like 2-hour stream in that game that is just like 75% cutscenes. I mean, the game-ending cutscene is 71 minutes on its own. So I understand why some people have an issue with the long cutscenes in the Metal Gear games, because they want to play a game, not watch a movie. But I've always played the games to get the story. I am perfectly content with setting my controller down for 45 minutes to an hour to get good story, and then then getting to interact with it and actually play in between. I am fine with that. Metal Gear 4 is my favorite Metal Gear of all time, and I haven't played through that game in like 10 years. So I'm super excited to get back to that one. And then I'm going to start playing. I'm also going to be keeping up on the Unravel streams and playing that game. And I'm going to probably start speedrunning that game as well. Taking a break from the Twin Snake speedruns, but I might throw 1 or 2 in here and there just to try to keep up on it and not forget too much. And then after Metal Gear Solid 1, my brother and I are going to do another challenge thing where he has challenged me to play a game and I've challenged him to play another game. So that's going to be fun. I'm excited to see the one that he's going to play. I'm not going to say what they are yet, so just keep up on those. But I'm going to call it for today. I'm going to make my last save here. New item obtained. What'd I get? Oh, the single action army. And the Patriot. And the camera. Oh, and I got the tuxedo! Oh, man. You know what? I might at some point have to play through the HD version of Metal Gear 3. Because I'm pretty sure I have a save where I could use the tuxedo and Snake could and Big Boss could be suave. So yeah, I'm gonna make my final save here, and then I'm gonna end up signing off for now. So if you've been watching this on YouTube, I greatly appreciate it if you've made it this far in the video. I had a fun time going back and reliving this game because there was a lot of things I forgot about it. It's my favorite series, but these games are just getting slowly more and more inaccessible. And yeah, I actually had to dig out my PS2 and or PS3 to play this game because it just doesn't play right on an emulator or anything either. So these games are getting harder and harder to play and experience firsthand. So it was a great time going back through this game, and I'm really looking forward to going back through the first one next week. I haven't played the first one in a good number of years, and I'm so used to playing Twin Snakes that I really am looking forward to the first one. That's going to be nostalgia, I think, at its finest, because I played that game for the first time over 20 years ago. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But for now, I've got to call it a day. Thanks again for watching. Tune in next Tuesday for Metal Gear 1, roughly 10 a.m. for myself, roughly 11:30 p.m. for CD's games. We're going to be playing that game the same day. I'm in the morning, he's at night. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. So until then, I might throw on some Unravel or something tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm going to try to fit something in tomorrow morning. But after that, that might be it until Monday. So until then, hopefully I'll see anybody that has been watching this. I will see you back. Until then, stay suave.